It was he was ridiculously,
And, like, he's been through so much. He's gone through Resident Evil 1, Code Veronica, 5, and now 6. And, like, you think he'd have some character development other than he's a dick.
His moral compass broke.
Yeah, back in the day, I guess. I don't know. Alright, and then you got Jake Miller, who, you find out about halfway through his story that he's Wesker's son, which is a pretty awesome twist. And, I didn't think much of him, before I got the game, and then I started playing at him, and he was great. I loved his character, and I loved playing with Sherry. She was a good character too, so that was good. They're fighting the Javo too, basically. So, I mean, you got shootouts with the Javo, and when they transform or do whatever, you got to deal with that. But
so would you say there's more than meets the eye to these guys?
Yeah, I would say their story's definitely better. It puts them in better situations. You got this big hulking guy like Nemesis from Resident Evil 3 following you around, tracking you guys throughout like everywhere, and you have to sneak around him and stuff. It makes the game more tense and more survival horror-esque. So that's always good.
So did they make you vote at the end of the game of whose storyline you like better?
No. I mean, but if I had to pick... Oh, and then you got Ada's after you beat all three, so... And I loved her storyline. She was my second favorite out of them. Mostly because she was just by herself.
Does she have a crossbow?
Nah, she had a... yeah, actually, it was the... she had like the bolt action bow, whatever that is. Crossbow, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, people, so don't worry. Since E3, the bow is the hottest thing this year, and if you took an arrow to the knee, wonderful.
But don't. It hurts. No, and her story was the best, mostly because she was just by herself, And okay. It definitely brought out, intense moments, So, it reminded me of Resident Evil 4, and I love that game. Mostly because you were by yourself. You didn't have a partner, there to heal you when you're going down.
Okay, so buy the game, have your little cousins play through the entire thing, and just play Ada's and Leon's, and you're good.
Yeah, pretty much. No, you can play through Jake's too. Jake's is really good too. But if you could skip Chris's somehow, do it. Because you run out of ammo and it's ridiculous. You get in spots where you have to like hold off people for something to happen, and you can't. You just don't have the bullets to do it. Like one of the guys will go, I have to plant this explosive here, and it takes forever to set up some C4, and you're holding off the Javo that are coming at you and shooting at you, and you have to like run up to them and punch them in the face to get ammo from them after you beat them down. It's so stupid. It just pissed me off.
Well, don't they give you like 500 rounds or something at the start of the game?
No. You start you off with like 100 something. It's like 160 or something like that.
Count.
It's like 160 for the assault rifle, and that's nothing.
Yeah, but I played the demo. I don't know what the difficulty the demo was set on, but the amount of ammunition you have to dump in per Jabo or something is like ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I played the game on really hard or whatever. It's like very hard or professional or something like that. On Jake's and Sherry's, and it wasn't that bad. Mostly because after each chapter for each character, you get this thing where you can upgrade some ability. It's not that useful, but it is there. It's nice to have. Like you'll have like something like called Javo Hunter, and you'll be able to level it up from 1 to like 2 for that one, and then. Like firearms, you can upgrade from 1 to 3. They'll dispatch enemies faster. So that's always nice.
I have to know, can you pause the game?
Fucking no, that's bullshit.
Oh, okay, so...
You cannot pause the game. God forbid you gotta take a shit or take your dog outside to go to the bathroom or go eat dinner or whatever. You cannot pause that game. You have to quit out or find a spot that's safe. And that's hard to do in this game.
So a problem that was solved in 2003 is still around in 2012.
I'm saying a problem that was solved in Atari days. they had pause buttons back then. That is ridiculous. There was no reason for this. I mean, it could just be me. I mean, I tried to talk to other people in line, but no one had their mics on. It was ridiculous. I couldn't pause the game. I was pissed. Try playing this game for 16 hours and not being able to pause the game.
Man, I would have returned the game as soon as I found that out.
It could have been my game, like I said, but I don't know. I'd have to get other people's input on that.
I've been listening to some other sites and stuff like that, and they've been saying that, you can't actually pause the game, so...
Yeah, even when you're playing single player. I played the whole game single player without anyone else in. I said not allowed anyone else in the game, and I still couldn't pause it. It was bullshit.
And to be fair, the other co-op shooter of the past month, 2 months, 3 months range, Borderlands 2, that lets you pause the game, right?
Yep. I have that. You're allowed to pause the game by yourself. The other players are still allowed to move around and do whatever they want. You just sit there and pause. No one will attack you, I believe. I don't know. It's been a couple weeks since I played it, so... but you can pause it.
Okay, so would you tell people to buy this game, rent it, set it for cannon fodder, or, put it out to die?
For me, I mean, I'm a big fan. I love Resident Evil, so I bought it, and I still love it, regardless of all of its problems. All the problems it has, basically it not being a survival horror anymore when it's supposed to be a survival horror series. I'd say buy it. For the people who don't know about Resident Evil, I'd say, rent it or discount, or like a bargain bin type deal. That'll be my deal. So,
is this like, if you got this under the Christmas tree, would you be happy or would you be upset?
I'd be extremely happy. I'd be like, oh yeah, well, actually, I'd be like, what the hell, guys? I already got this game. This was not on my Xmas list. Damn you, Santa Claus.
Be sure to keep your GameStop card up to date. You can go trade that shit in or return it.
Yeah, I mean, if I'll never turn it in because I love Resident Evil, but eventually, for other people who don't like it or whatever, it'd be great. We didn't even talk about the other stuff in the game. I mean, you got the co-op. So, like, you can actually, this game can actually be 4-player co-op. It's ridiculous. Certain sections, like, when everyone's intertwined with each other, like Jake and Sherry and Chris and his partner Pierce, like in one level they team up to go take out these two big Gigante people from like Resident Evil 4 or 5, and it could be two people playing their own other game co-op somewhere else, and then if you have another guy with you on your game, and when they intersect, the game will find other people to come in and join you, and that's awesome. So technically, this game could be 4-player co-op.
But it's only in those certain areas?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's still cool as hell, though, right?
Oh, no. Not really.
No,
It's like, hey, I have 2 extra friends that want to play with me, but they can only play for like 2 levels.
Well, it's throughout everyone's campaign. Eventually, everyone meets each other, in certain spots, anyway. Then you got mercenaries. That's always fun. It's basically just like a timed how many monsters can you kill in this amount and how many points you can rack up, and then you get special costumes and whatnot.
Score attack.
Yeah, basically score attack. It's general for all mercenaries in the past couple of years, what they've done. A different costume for Chris would be, I got the one where he looks like a samurai and he has this big sword, but you can't use the sword, but whatever. You got this big sword.
You can look at it. I'm carrying the sword around.
Yeah, this big sword.
Okay, so the developers were mocking you because you'd go basically play Street Fighter through Chris's campaign, and then you get in the mercenaries. They give you a weapon, but you can't use it.
Yeah, pretty much. No, but you always get different weapons with each new costume. Like Chris's general, whatever he starts out with is for his default costume was pistol. No, he gets a magnum and assault rifle, and then some grenades. And then when you get the new costume, once you unlock it on certain level with a certain amount of points, he has a pistol and a rocket launcher and something else, or a shotgun or something like that. I can't remember. So that was cool.
Yeah, but they give you a huge sword and they don't let you use it.
I know, it's crap.
after you just played Street Fighter 4.
And then another mode that they have, it's there. It's not great, but it's there. You can you can be like a Jabo or like a zombie and jump into someone else's game and try and kill them. You know, it's like Hero Hunt or something like that. You know,
Briefing.
yeah, and then they'll kill you, and then you just spawn back and try and kill them again as like a lumbering zombie or a Jabo or whatever.
So they're ripping from Dead Space.
I guess I don't know.
I mean,
this is actually during like their campaign. It's not like something you do off the side. Like if someone's playing the campaign, they allow you to come in. You can join in and try and kill them as a Java or a zombie, and it's cool when they try and kill you as a Java because then you can actually transform, and you'll try and kill them as the transformed version.
So how many people do you think actually play as a Jabo trying to kill you?
I don't know. I never allowed them to do that in my game. Because you can just keep coming. I'm like, I need my ammo. But I tried to kill other people, and I actually did once, so that was cool. I was like, gotcha, bitch. Anyway.
So would you give this the Vince stamp of approval?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I give it the Vince stamp of approval. This is if we had the stamp of approval ready, we would put it on there. But we don't, because this is our first review, so.
Putting the order in the Staples right now.
Yeah, that's right. Got to go to Kinko's.
They still have Kinko's anymore?
Not around us.
No.
No, but it's still a good joke.
Don't you have to go to Jersey for that?
I don't know.
That's like playing Resident Evil in itself. Go to Jersey.
Yeah, with no pause button.
Yeah, just go to Camden. There's Resident Evil right there.
Yeah, you just can't take a pause and take a piss, or else you'll get killed. Don't get out of your car, just keep going. Alright, yeah, so I definitely give this game a full price. I loved it, even with all of its faults. Alright? So I'm Vince, I'm signing off.
I'm Cody.
And I'm Ariel.
And she had nothing to say. Peace.
Nope.